Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking with Ms. Halder. She's a co-founder of SLAMLabs, which stands for Self-Learning with AI and for Math. So here's why I wanted to have her on today. In India, less than half the kids aged 14 to 18 can do simple division, and about half of class 9 students in government schools still fail math. So I got interested in this project because I worked in a project with schools in rural Punjab where a lot of students are learning math in a language they're still trying to figure out. And Slam Labs is trying to fix the bigger version of that problem. So, Ms. Halder, thank you for joining me today. I'm just
It's nice to be here, Rohan. Yeah.
I'm very excited to get to speak to you today. And I have a couple questions, and I guess I'll jump right in. So,
Yes.
so could you walk me through what a normal math class looks like in one of the schools you work with? What would I actually see if I were to sit in the back of the classroom?
Yeah. So in India, the way math is taught is a lot of focus is on the abstract symbols of math. So when I say the number 12, most of us would think of the digit 1 and 2, right? That's what you get in your head. These are just symbols. But actually, a child starts loving math when you say 12, they should see like four groups of three, whatever things they like. They should see 12 in different ways, but that doesn't happen. I would like to show you, for example, I'm sharing my screen. Um, yeah. So, for example, the way area of a triangle would be taught in a math class would be on a blackboard where teacher would draw the triangle and just start by saying that, to find the area of this triangle, you need to have the altitude and the length of the base. And then the area is just half into the height into the base. But if you see from a child's perspective, in a classroom, they're writing down this formula. They'll be given the values of H and B, and they would put it and get an area. But they have no connection to why they are finding the formula of an area. And many children in India, I mean, they would look at this half and get scared. They would think, oh my God, this formula is so difficult. There's already a fraction inside it. So that's how a typical classroom happens in mathematics. And because the child is only seeing these symbols, they start fearing the subject because they don't know what to do with it other than just memorize. And if they forget even a simple thing inside the formula, they know they will not be able to find the right answer. Yeah.
Wow. So how so a lot of kids might look at the fraction and struggle, and when they do badly on the test, they might just think that they're bad at math. So what happens when how does Slam Labs address that, and what actually goes on and says that?
Sure. So let me show you. In SLAMLabs, we focus on, so this is SLAMLabs, it's a teacher module. This is how teacher teaches in SLAMLabs. So the idea is to help the child build visual mental models, which is different from a passive image or a static image, or say a passive video. Video is passive because it's just one way. The video keeps playing and the child listens. But here it is interactive. So the teacher starts by showing a rectangle and says, we all know that the area of a rectangle is length into its breadth, into its height. Now she then tries to make two triangles out of that rectangle. And she shows that when you flip these two triangles and place it over one over the other, you say they are exactly same. That means if you see the area of one of these triangles would be half of the rectangle you started with. And after seeing this visual mental model, then the formula reveals itself. Now the students understand why there is a half, because you cut the rectangle into two equal triangles. And after that, the teacher also allows the student to play with it. So, this is an interactive where the teacher shows that no matter how you're changing the size of the triangle, it's always half of the bigger rectangle that is formed. So this is how students learn in SLAMLabs. And when this understanding is built, then definitely the fear slowly leaves their mind and it's filled with joy.
That's incredible. I'd imagine that interacting with the learning actually lets them really understand and get a lot deeper into the subject itself rather than just memorizing these formulas. But
Yes.
sometimes there might be a communication issue. A lot of these students are learning math in language that they're still learning. So
Yeah.
how much of the math is actually just a language problem?
Actually, that's a very good question. And there are two parts to it. So the first part is to understand, where math can be used in real life. So that is the role of a teacher, where she has to bring like this area of a triangle. Why would a child need to find the area of a triangle in real life? So that is one part. And the second part is about the language. Now, many of our textbooks are in English, and these students can speak only Punjabi or Hindi. But when they are given math in English, it becomes a double big problem for them, right? And
Right.
I'm so grateful to you, Rohan, for helping us build this app where we take our SLAMLab modules, which are in English, and Rohan's app converts them, gives us Hindi, Punjabi, not just text translation, but also audio. Because many of our children have very weak, like they're not able to read and understand, but they're able to hear and understand. So the audio that you put in really is helping our children understand the math. And then the teacher helps them, once they've understood the situation, then the teacher helps them figure out what math needs to be used here. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm so grateful to be able to help out on this project. Um, it's making a tremendous difference. So I wanted to ask you, what do you need the most right now? And is there anything that someone listening to this video could actually do to help?
Yeah, actually, our program is running in Punjab in 5 schools. We'll be working with almost like 1,000 students, and for this whole academic year, we need around $15,000, which is approximately $15 per child per year, and that would really help us. First of all, we are using tech, we are using AI, which is expensive to convert the whole textbook into. You all must have seen this Harry Potter movie, and you have this newspaper, right? Those interactive newspaper. Imagine we want to make the whole textbook interactive like this. So yeah, we need funds for that. We need funds to change the mindset of the teacher. The teacher right now just wants to come and lecture the students. We want to teach them or show them how to become true facilitators. We want to change the mindset of the students. The students are now, they just want to, if they don't know an answer, they don't want to think. They just want to ask their partner or just copy the answer from, the partner's notebook. We want to change their mindset that, AI is here now. Nobody's looking for the right answer. We want you to think. We want you to develop mathematical thinking skills. So we need people on the ground working throughout the year with these teachers and students, changing their mindset, which is a bigger problem to solve. So yeah, I think funds is what would really help us execute this project in Punjab.
That's so inspiring, and the project itself is incredible. But I'm so inspired by you too, and I know you left a corporate job to do this, and I wanted to ask why you did that.
Yeah, so basically, I graduated from IIT Bombay in computer science and engineering, which is one of the top colleges in India. But my heart was into education. And I would like to be honest here and tell you, when I was a child, I was afraid of math. Though I was topping my class, I mean, you won't believe I would lie to my friends because I was deep down, I was afraid of math, but I thought I could never say it out aloud, being a topper in the class, that I'm afraid of math. Being a topper, I should love math, I should be good at it. And I lived with that pressure all the way. I finished my schooling, I went to IIT, but that fear was always there. But when I had my son and we decided to homeschool him, I didn't want him to, feel that fear. So I relearned everything and I saw math taught in this different way, building visual mental model really helps. And my son now loves mathematics. He plays with numbers. And I live in a village, and I tried this method with some village students, and I saw that 14-year-old who were just counting on their fingers started topping their classes in government school. So then I started an Instagram channel, and through there somebody introduced me to the Punjab government, Delhi government, and I started working with government school students, because that's where majority of the kids in India study. And these government schools don't have very good teachers in sense. The facilities are not that great. So I wanted to make a change at scale, and that's why I decided to work with the government schools. And yeah, that's my story. That's why I want to, and my mission is to remove the fear of math from every child in India.
Thank you so much. The mission is incredible, and I hope everything's works out in the SLAM lab so that students can finally stop being afraid of math and be able to understand the concepts that they see around them. So thank
Yeah,
you for taking
yeah,
this interview.
yeah. Thanks, Rohan.